Capitol Hill to Wall Street. This is Politics and Profits with your host, Rick Amato.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Rick Amato. It's time for Politics and Profits.
We follow the trends on Capitol Hill that lead to the profits on Wall Street. We expose the hard facts of what your elected officials are doing when you're not looking. And we show you how you can profit from their politics. The American dream is alive and well, and you can be proud to call America your home. And now, it's Rick Amato.
All right, welcome, everybody. Politics and Profits. I'm Rick Amato. At this time, we have a guest who's about to make a very special announcement related to those on the front line serving in the coronavirus pandemic. Join me this time, as he often does, from Westlake Village, California, is the CEO of an Investors Advantage, John Grace. John, welcome back to Politics and Profits.
Thank you, Rick. Good to be back with you.
You made a special announcement earlier today on Yahoo Finance. You're about to make it here on this show.
Yes.
Tell our viewers across America what it is that you'd like to announce.
Well, get straight to the point, what we're now doing is saying to the frontline workers, whether it's law enforcement or the fire department or the health professionals and along with retail workers, you're the front line, and we appreciate you for your service. And we can see that for the most part, it's women and minorities who are the frontline workers, and they're taking this COVID situation on their chin. So what we want to offer any frontline worker is a free financial plan. And just to put that in perspective, in Seattle last June, I was at a conference and I was informed that the typical price for a financial plan, and a lot of planners don't do financial plans, but those that do typically charge about $2,000 across the country. So what we'll do is sit with you for an hour to an hour and a half, help you understand what kind of account you need to accumulate so that you can make work optional after your last paycheck. That's number one. Number two, help you see if a breadwinner in your household were to exit stage left, right, die prematurely, what do each survivor need? What does each survivor need? So that they know that if I am used to you're making $80,000 and you die, but I'm still used to having you spend your $80,000, how much life insurance do I need on you so that I know that I can put that money in play, and that way the same $80,000 will continue showing up, as opposed to, oh my goodness, he or she died and took all the money with them. Not only do I have the financial burden, but I have the emotional burden. Can't do much about the emotions, but we can certainly fill in the blanks about the finances. And then the third piece is if there are children, like in fact there was a couple of calls from the Yahoo Finance interview today where this gentleman's wife works she is a healthcare professional, and they have 3 children. So we will sit down actually on Tuesday and help them see. We'll ask the question: where do you want each of your children to go to school? Where financially, how do you want to be prepared for that? Is it 1 year at USC? Is it 4 years at Cal State Northridge? Is it Harvard? Whatever it is. Now it's a math question. This is their ages. This is how much you're going to need at that particular time. You want to cover 2 years for this one and 3 years for that one, whatever it might be. But now we can help you see this is where you are. That's where you want to be. What does it take for you to get there and know that you're on track so that financially, once they cross that graduation stage, you're not just crying because they finished, you're crying because nobody has any debt.
Well, it's a tremendous announcement. I applaud you, John Grace. I have not heard this anywhere else in the marketplace. And just to add to it, what you're saying is you're offering all those in the front line, law enforcement, nurses, medical professionals, you're offering them a free financial plan, which typically is a $2,000 value. And while you would like, obviously, to get them as a client, there's no obligation. What they do with that plan is their own business.
Right, 100%. But see, part of the problem I've seen, and for me, it's like maybe some of the good news out of COVID, it's so many people are unconscious. And so many of us put money somewhere, and it goes up, we feel good, it goes down, we feel awful. But we don't understand exactly what we're trying to do. And it's not much different. Remember when you used to just drive around because you had gas in the tank and you would just drive around in your car to a new freeway? You don't do that anymore. Certainly you've never just gotten on an airplane to find out where the heck is it going. Wherever it lands, it'll be fine. So what I'm saying is, these days, if we're going to go anywhere, real clear. This is where I am. This is where I want to go. How do I arrive on time and safely? So the financial plan is exactly the same. It's primarily math, and with some time, you can see that you're on track to produce the results you're trying to achieve, your personal results. And I have to say to you, there's real satisfaction when people go, wow, we're living within our means. We've got some money for a rainy day. And we can see, we just did this one, young couple, both 35, total household income, $100,000 between the two. And they want to make work optional at 70. So what that means for them is their goal is now, for the first time they can see it, Rick, $2.6 million. And then we come back to the equation to say, all right, you haven't really saved anything. What do you need to set aside at what return so that 35 years you can see you have 2.6 waiting for you behind door number one? And it turns out it's about 15% of what they earn, roughly $15,000 a year for the next 35 years, getting a 6, 7, maybe 8. We'll go with 7 for our numbers return. And so this is the contribution, and that's the return. Those will be the results. Now, it won't be perfect, right? But you never arrive exactly when the timetable says you're supposed to arrive. But as long as you're in that quadrant, right? It's not drama time, and that's what we really want to make sure, particularly for the frontline workers, but for all of us, we do what we can to reduce the stress level, because this COVID thing it's tough. It's the mother of all kinds of things we've never seen or ever wanted to see. But it's a disaster of master proportion.
It is. It is. Again, I applaud you, and I think having a financial plan, especially the way you lay it out, and your explanation is someone knows what that roadmap is. It's almost a necessity. We're out of time, John Grace. Next time we come on, I know you say you see clouds on the economic horizon. We'd like to talk to you about that next time you're on. Any final comments, John?
No, we'll look forward to picking up there, Rick, because it's not about the prediction. See, it's all about the preparation. And to our way of thinking, we want people as prepared as possible for the good, the bad, and the unforeseen. So that way you don't need a Hail Mary pass. You don't have to pray for recovery. You know that you're in the game without needing to, unfortunately run out of time before you run out of money.
Great analogy. It all makes sense. And a great announcement. We wish you we wish you luck with this offer, and we hope that first responders across America take you up on it.
Thanks for your help, Rick. Really appreciate it.
John Grace, thank you for joining us. Broadcasting from the Liberatory CPA studios. Back after this.
Politics and Profits with Rick Amato is brought to you by Liberatory Accounting, the IRS problem solvers. To find out how Liberatory Accounting can help you, call 877-6-SOLVER. That's 877-6-SOLVER.